Hello, welcome back everybody to Fresh from the Trollbox, the BitMEX Trader podcast, in our episode 21, together with our CEO Stephan Lutz. Stephan, how has your week been? How are you?
Hi, Usi. Week has been pretty good, I'd say. Again, depending on how you look at it, at the one side, not much happening. At the other side, a lot of it's happening, depending on how you look at it. So let's just start with Bitcoin, right? I mean, Bitcoin, we saw actually the rise to closely to 52,000. We saw the test of the 53,000 resistance. It didn't break. So, and then we have seen this week multiple times testing the 50,000, right? So it's basically trying to find its way, whether the next trend will go up or down from my point of view. I'm pretty confident that, I mean, over the year, we will see higher volumes, and an indicator for that is people might have seen as well is the NVIDIA stock price, right, which is an early indicator for mining equipment, validator equipment. If they sell a lot to Bitcoin miners, that means enough people are bullish on it. And if you look at it historically, they have been basically somewhat in lockstep, depending on how you set the 100 index. So NVIDIA being up means like midterm, there is more potential for Bitcoin as well. So it has been a positive week for Bitcoin from my point of view, although we haven't seen another pump or so. Yeah. But I remain very, very confident on that. Which was giving me a little bit of headache is that the testings of the resistance were always like very sudden. So you couldn't, if you trade like noise trading and you try to get the wave, right, like with shorts and longs, you have been surprised multiple times, I guess, and you weren't really able to trade the trend. So, but well, it's speed is of essence, and how long you are in front of the screen. But for Bitcoin, I'm pretty happy with where we are right now. Accumulating more, trading Bitcoin margin. Yeah, that's nice. Maybe then, as we sometimes do, if you go further, like Ethereum or let's say the main coins after Bitcoin, a little catch up, I'd say. I mean, it's not a big one. We still have clear Bitcoin dominance. We've seen Ethereum ETH going up like closely to 15%, while Bitcoin week on week stayed stable. So you see a little bit, which basically, together with what you see on the altcoin side, that we have more launchpad projects already on the bigger exchanges again. We see that interest is going, I wouldn't say away, but we have more interest in other things than just Bitcoin. Bitcoin basically hype is not over, but ETFs are all said and done. We are in the top 10 of the commodities ETFs. I think it's there to stay, but not like doubling or tripling the volume short term. So attention shifts somewhat. But from my point of view, people have said, okay, now we're going into that realm again. And you have seen some of the altcoins, or let's say the third row of coins, Filecoin, for example, pumping. But for me, it's rather a test. Or WorldCoin, for example. I mean, I sound like a broken record every second time I talk about WorldCoin, which is like, I mean, it's so crazy. But we've seen this, but it's more like testing where it is. If Bitcoin dominance is well above 45%, I think we won't see a broad range altcoin rally here. But just coming back to WorldCoin, a little bit of marketing here. We just launched the WorldCoin contract that is tether margined. And actually, our insurance fund went up like to $2 billion in equivalent value. So we have, again, the biggest insurance fund in the industry, which is something to mention as well. So even for low liquidity contracts with high leverage, we provide quite a bit of insurance here for our users.
Yeah, safest place to trade, right? Always been. And one of the few places where you can actually trade decent leverage, even on new listings. Yeah. I think you're right. I mean, WorldCoin certainly had a strong pump. And I think timing-wise, it felt a little bit like close to the AI video generation Sora that was launched. So maybe people really see like a big use case there more for the ChatGPT side and suddenly start to believe, okay, now my video identity becomes even more important.
Well,
Um,
you know me. That's what I talk about, right?
yeah,
I'm not just technical analysis, but what are the use cases, and it's like payment store of value, transactions, then coordination of distributed computing power, and then its identity. I mean, whether
yeah,
WorldCoin has found the holy grail on how to do it, no one knows. But I agree with you. It's actually a nice coincidence showing that maybe identity is still the uncracked nut and the next big thing in crypto.
yeah, yeah, possibly. I mean, big thing, maybe also worth mentioning, we're very close to hitting the $2 trillion mark in market cap again, a mark that we haven't seen in a while. And just in the last month, it's been roughly 500 billion in increase, led to a large extent by Bitcoin, but roughly 100 million ETH and 100 million all the other tokens out there too. So as you said, new projects coming in, new projects listing obviously contribute to this. Stablecoin balances have gone up slightly. And then, yeah, I mean, the ETFs keep growing too, right? Our friends from BitMEX Research are posting the numbers every day, and so far, not a single day have the accumulations gone down. So all of this probably still in the bull run, Stefan, or where are we?
Absolutely. I mean, we had the discussion. If you see even Arthur's quotes from quite some time ago, actually, bull run price wise started spring last year. In terms of if you look at Bitcoin price, right, and then you have this development. I think what is different and why people don't recognize it that way this time, it's more stable trend than just those big jumps, right? Where you have like price increases or appreciation of, let's say, 50% over a week or so. It's more like slowly growing. I mean, market cap is growing, volumes are growing. I think we are in full swing actually. So from my point of view, I mean, we haven't seen the height yet. I mean, for this, we need an altcoin rally, but we're definitely in full swing up to something. But it will look different than the last bull run from my perspective. So don't miss out on it. Get into your positions now. Don't wait for it. Don't wait for the yellow press to come up with Bitcoin price expectations. Then it's too late. It's like hedging.
Yeah,
It's like hedging for inflation when your authorities, when the central bank said, okay, here's 10% inflation, then it's too late to insure for that. So I think it's the last entry point to really make some serious money now. Let's say in the next let's say 2 months, maybe 3 months thereafter, we just see what's happening. Yeah, full swing. I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, and as always, do it on the Bitcoin margin largest venue. So come to us. We also have the Dragon trading competition still in full swing. Couple of hundred traders already in, so very exciting, very impressive P&Ls even within the first week. So this is looking positive, and I very much agree. We're in the bull run. We chase the dragons, and with that, Stefan, have a great rest of your week and a nice weekend.
Same to you too. See you next week. Bye.